Hi, this is Dawn Alicia, Gemini who rocks. I am a Gemini that rocks. I still want to say Peter Capaldi is the best doctor in Doctor Who. And there's a picture of my mom. Sorry, Justin, I still haven't picked the photo switch out yet. I do want to say that I got a text from my best friend Kim, and she watched my driving video, I believe. And she says, Dawn, we weren't going to a casino, we were going to the outlet mall. But the moral of the story was we still got lost. So I wanted to take this time to tell you a funny story about my mom. When I was younger, she would let me drink, not like drink, but for New Year's, we would always have pizza and strawberry daiquiris with vodka, not rum. So we were going to one of her coworkers' weddings. Her name was Tracy, and they had an open bar, and she said, you can have whatever you want to drink. And I said, okay. So I had a screwdriver, a Long Island, a martini, a shot of Kahlua, and I feel I had one more drink I can't remember, but you know, that was a lot, and I was mixing my drinks. And with me, when I drink, I don't really get hungover. I just have to go to the bathroom a lot, and that's what I did most of the time. I just had to go a lot. I was under 21, and so what made the story funny was that after the after the wedding reception, we were driving home in Cleveland, and my mom's car stopped working for some reason. And so, since this was so long ago, this was before really cell phones were big, and we stopped in front of this bar where she went inside and asked the bartender, "Can I call AAA?" So she calls AAA, and the bartender was concerned about leaving us alone in the dark in the middle of the night. So he calls the police to say, so they can sit with us until AAA comes. And so, as you know, if you're a person who drinks or drinks a lot, you get chatty Cathy. And I just kept trying to talk, which was fine when I was in the car with my mom. But then when the police showed up, my mom was like, okay, Dawn, whatever you do, don't breathe on a nice police officer. I don't want to go to jail. I was like, what are you talking about? So the police officer was like, it's really cold because it was winter. So they said you should stay in the car in the back seat of the police while we wait for AAA. So we get in the car and I'll try to talk. And my mom kept shushing me, which was funny. And so finally, when AAA came, they got our car started. We got in the car, and then I burped, and it was the most foul, disgusting smell ever. As you know, as someone who drinks, or if you had a drink, multiple variations of drink, it stinks. And I was like, oh my God, no wonder you told me not to talk. And so the next day I woke up totally fine. I wasn't hungover, I wasn't down the mouth, nothing. And Nancy, who was there at the party as well, was like, I have a buzz. I was like, not me, not me. I had my first job when I was 16. I worked at a Walgreens. And I believe when I was 18, because I was underage, they had like this house party and they invited me over. And so, of course, I went and there was loads and loads of alcohol there. And I drank. And the funny thing is that when they brought me home, my mom was like, "You y'all get my daughter drunk?" And we were like, they were like, "Sorry." She's like, "No, that's fine." And you could totally tell when I'm drunk because my eyes get like really, really glossy. So that was kind of funny how I was able to drink like that. And I don't drink like I used to. Not that I was drinking a lot before. If you were looking at my cabinet, I have like all this liquor there. And it's no fun to drink alone, so you don't drink as much as you used to. My best bud Justin in England sometimes will call me up and we'll talk on the phone when I get off work and we'll drink together and get drunk, which is always fun. But he's already started because he's like 8 hours ahead of me, so I gotta try to catch up. Not all the time, but So that's a fun thing that me and Justin did. So I miss that. So hopefully we could do that again soon. I should call him, but probably not this weekend. Maybe next weekend. And say, hey Justin, let's get drunk. Let's get drunk on the phone together. But look, what's cool thing about Justin, since he's in England, he's in Europe, and I'm pretty sure he's going on vacation. So maybe I have to wait to get drunk with him on the phone. So as I got older, I still drank. I still vodka is my drink of choice. My all-time favorite drink is a mudslide. I love to order them at like Red Lobster and Olive Garden, but excuse me, if I If I don't get those, I'll just get like a vodka cran, because you can't go wrong with vodka cran. And so that's my funny drink story. And as I got older, I was still mixing my liquor. And a couple of years ago, I went to a football party and I had something called a penicillin. I had a vodka cran. I had a screwdriver. I had a mojito. I had all these drinks, right? And then I started feeling really, really sick. And I was like, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? And then the next day, I like literally threw up. And I was like, I can't believe I threw up. I must have got food poisoning. And then when I was telling people all the stuff I had to drink, they said, no, 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 no. You didn't have food poisoning. You had alcohol poisoning. I was like, what? I could always mix my drinks. But I guess in my old age now, I can't mix my drinks like I used to. So now I try to stick with my vodka variety so that way I won't get sick when I go out and have a drink. I do love, like I said, the wine walk. I did post a video from there. There's another wine walk coming up. There's actually two. So I hope to go to those and drink a lot of wine and walk around. I don't drink and drive, so I make sure I make myself something to eat beforehand, and then we do the wine walk, and then we always stop and get something to eat before we drive home. You always got to drink plenty of water because you don't want to get, you know, sick from drinking. So I do want to say I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm wondering if you ever got alcohol poisoning by accident and didn't realize alcohol poisoning. Did you have one of those moms who let you drink so that you wouldn't go out and drink elsewhere? Did it backfire? So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Bye.